Hello and welcome to this review of the Union of the Rakes historical romance book series by Eva Leigh. I'm Olivia, your new favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot, and you're watching Random Olive Reads. We start with book one of this series, which is My Fake Rake. And Lady Grace is a bookish researcher interested in reptiles and amphibians. But unfortunately, the gentlemen of the society are not interested in her as marriageable material. In order to catch the attention of her longtime crush, she recruits her bookish friend Sebastian to play the part of a rake and sort of look like he's courting her. Of course, shy and awkward Sebastian is willing to go along with it to help Grace, but he struggles with crowds and strange people and basically being out in public. So, of course, as these two spend more time together, they realize that their feelings run deeper than friendship, but each person thinks that the other person's just playing a part and being friends. It's a mess. It's just a bad case of both of them being complete cowards and unwilling to communicate what they really want. The second book in the series is Would I Lie to the Duke? And our Duke friend Noel, who we met in book one, is back this time and he meets an intriguing woman who has a head for business, who doesn't fuss at him for being a Duke, and is entirely attractive. However, Jess is merely a farmer's daughter hoping to find investors for her family's soap making business. When she tries to sneak her way into some sort of business exposition, she's nearly halted at the door and ends up pretending to be a widowed lady to gain entrance. While she's there, she's trying really hard to focus on the ways to subtly promote her soap business and avoid the attentions of the Duke, who she finds extremely handsome, but can't seem to help but be drawn to him. Um, I generally get really anxious with this like secret identity type of plot because I spent the whole book anxious about the impending heartache that I knew was going to happen because I knew that the Duke would be upset at the idea of being used for his connections and money, even though Jess was really just trying to avoid his involvement at all. I also liked that this book hinted at the potential romance that will come in the third book. So the third book is Waiting for a Scot Like You. So we have Beatrice, who is the widowed Lady Ferris, and um, a retired or veteran Army Major, Duncan, who had met in book two of the series. There was a little hint of exasperation on Duncan's part with Beatrice's somewhat immature and naive antics. We find them here together on a road trip. Beatrice is en route to some sort of bacchanal, debaucherous house party, while Duncan has been tasked by his Duke friend to protect her. They're also complete and total opposites in personality. Beatrice is out of mourning for her husband and she plans to enjoy her freedom and her widowhood, hence that rock and party she's headed towards. She's grasping at every opportunity to enjoy life and learn more about her surroundings. Duncan, however, is the second son of a nobleman, a war veteran, and a serious rule follower. He's also trying to figure out like what his purpose in life is now that he's out of the army. He also has past heartbreak where his previous fiance had jilted him for somebody else right before he was going into an important battle. Now, as these two grow closer together, it's exciting to see Duncan soften and skirt away from the rules a little bit by little bit. Overall thoughts, this series makes the most sense if you read it in order because the events of each book follow right after the other. The overall theming here is the guy friend group called the Union of the Rakes. Each book has a little prologue showing the five gentlemen meeting during detention at a boarding school, breakfast club style. I also really enjoyed glimpses of the side romance between two of the men of the friend group because, there's five guys and three books. So what happens to two of them? You kind of have these deductive reasoning skills when you're reading historical romance, but I did appreciate seeing those two gentlemen come together. Overall, I definitely recommend the series, and thank you so much for watching. I put links to all of these books below. Like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos.